Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Welcome to this segment of Coach Gurbani's a-sabad-a-day. It's Thursday, September 30th, 2021. And our recitation for today is Gauri Gwareri Mahalla Chautha. Nirgun Katha Katha hai har ki, Bhaj mil sadhu sangat jan ki, Tar bhau jal katha katha sun har ki, Gobind sat sangati mein laye, Har ras rasna Ram gun gaye, Arahao. Jo jan tyave har har nama, Tin dasan das karo ham rama, Jan ki seva uttam kama, Jo har ki har katha sunave, So jan hamre man chit pave, Jan pag reen vad pagi pave, संत जना स्यों प्रीत बन आई, जिनको लिखत लिखया तुर पाई, ते जन नानक नाम समाई. In this passage, the Guru talks about the narrative of the Har self. And he says, Nirgun Katha, Katha hai Har ki. The discourse of the Har self is the discourse of the ineffable. Nirgun Katha, Nirgun di Katha, one that is ineffable without attributes. So therefore, the discourse of the Har self is hard to grasp because the Har self is without attributes. So what should we do? He says, Paj mil sadhu sangat janaki. Guru Ram Das is using the word paj, even in the previous passage, paj, to imply both run, to hasten, but also to engage in bhajan, which is worship. Paj mil sadhu sangat janaki. So here he's saying, make haste and meet the perfected one, the sadhu, the ones who have perfected this form of knowledge. Sangat janaki. Again, jan, individuals who are seekers, who have attained a certain distance along this path. Go seek their company, the company of true seekers, jan, and swim across the ocean of fear. How do you swim across? By listening to the indescribable story of the Har self. A-katha katha sun har ki. So listening to the a-katha katha of the Har in the company of the righteous, sadhu sangat janaki, there is an implication here that this is listening of a different kind. We spoke about how attention is the tool and the link to presencing with the self in the previous passage, in the 39th stanza. Here, that idea is being elaborated further. It says, a-katha katha sadhu sangat janaki, with the seekers listen to this ineffable. So this listening, obviously, could not be listening of the ear, the physical ear. So the reference here is the ear of the intellect, if you will. It is the intellect that has to listen to this knowledge. Why? Because we know the narrative of the Har self is the narrative of the imperceptible. And it is only by, and the intellect contains and houses this wisdom. So through this wisdom, cross the fearful sea of existence, Paujal. Well, Paujal, the sea of existence, the fearful sea of existence, is not something that is out there physically. It simply means that you cross over, you release yourself from the choppy surface of the ego consciousness. So the idea here also is that, nothing of great value lies near the surface. Even when you go looking for a pearl, divers dive deep in order to find it. So that's the same idea. The ego is very surface. It's choppy, like waves on the surface. You really can't do much there. You have to really go across that, meaning you have to dive deep into the silence of the ocean to find the Har. And in the Rahau, it says, Gobind Sat Sangat Mile Milai, Har Ras Rasna Ram Gunagai. That idea is being emphasized. The Sat Sangat is the space where the protector of the world, Gobind, here a synonym for the Har self, is found. And the tongue of the intellect sings the praises of Ram. Har Rasa Rasana Ram Gun Gai. Ram is an attribute of the self, the attribute of being pervasive. Purya hoya, ramya hoya. That self which is pervasive everywhere, in everything. That will bring you the experience of the Har. Har Ras. Ras is the taste. So the taste here stands for the experience of the Har, which is wisdom, knowledge. Jo jan tyave, Har Har Nama, tin dasan das karo ham ka Rama. So here the Guru is saying that I would submit, make me a slave of those seekers whose minds are fixed in self-knowledge. That is how much value the Guru places on Haranama, self-knowledge, because he says, Janaki Seva Uttamakamma, though to serve those is the highest of all virtue. The Jan it refers to the genus of a human collectively. Therefore, it indirectly also points to the individual. In Gurbani, Jan is used to denote a Bhagat, a devotee who has attained union with the self. Those are the people that we have to go serve. In other words, learn from. Jo har ki har katha sunave, so jan hamare man chit pave. In other words, these are the people who will actually narrate the ineffable story of the Har self. And they are endearing to my mind, the Guru says. Such individuals, so jan hamre man chite ave. They are endearing to me. I love them. Jan pag rain vadpagi pave. To earn their tutelage, reign, to sit at their feet is a matter of great fortune. Janapag rain vadpagi. Vadpagi, the fullest of fortune. That is how valuable it is. And in conclusion, Sant Janasyo Preet Bane Ai, Jinko Likhat Likhya Torapai. So those who are so destined, Jinko Likhat Likhya Torapai, Likhat Likhya, that which has been scripted, often translated as fate. So what really is fate that is scripted? It is really used in terms of how life has been framed, if you will. There is a frame to life that is given to us, scripted for us, the shape of our life, let's say in human form. Jinko likhat likhya. That means that we are given an outline and then we likhya on top of it. We shape it. You can actually customize it to your own requirements. Jinko likhat likhya torapai. That is really what it means to say those who are destined. In other words, who have established ties of love with the perfected ones. In other words, who have taken what has been given to them and modified it, changed it to develop ties of love. And Nanak says in the end, they're immersed in self-knowledge. So you need self-knowledge to be able to establish those bonds of love. On that note, until the next time, Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.